Imagine being in complete control of your time, no distractions, no procrastination, and productivity so sharp that your days feel like well-oiled machines for getting things done. Now, what if you could live like this every single day? What would that change in your life? If you've ever found yourself stuck in a cycle of constant distractions or realized that the day slipped away and you didn't accomplish half of what you planned, know that you're not alone. It happens to everyone, but here's the good news. There is a way to flip the script and take control of your productivity. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into maximizing your productivity with focus and effective time management, using strategies ranging from proven methods to the smart use of technology. You'll learn simple yet powerful techniques that will help you eliminate distractions, set clear goals, and reach new heights of performance. If you're tired of feeling like your days slip away without accomplishing much, or you just want to learn how to work smarter, not harder, stick around. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools and mindset to level up your productivity and make every day count. But before we dive in, if you're excited about taking your productivity to the next level, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure to turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on our tips and strategies. I also want to hear your thoughts. What's the biggest distraction you face in your day-to-day life? Drop a comment below, and let's see how we can tackle it together. Let's face it, we live in a world full of distractions. Whether it's social media, emails, or that never-ending stream of notifications, it's easy to get sidetracked. And when you're constantly being pulled in different directions, staying focused becomes a major challenge. But here's the thing. Focus is the key to productivity. Without it, even the most well-laid plans can fall apart. Think about it. How many times have you started a task only to find yourself 30 minutes later scrolling through Instagram or responding to random texts? It's not that you don't want to get things done. It's that your attention is being pulled away by the constant barrage of distractions. One of the best ways to combat this is by using the Pomodoro technique. If you've never heard of it before, it's a simple yet effective strategy that involves working in short bursts of intense focus, followed by a brief break. Here's how it works. You set a timer for 30 minutes and work on a task with complete focus. When the timer goes off, you take a 5-minute break. After 4 cycles of 25 minutes, you take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. Why does this work so well? The reason is that it aligns with the brain's natural attention span. Studies show that our brains can only maintain intense focus for a limited amount of time, usually around 25 to 30 minutes, before they start to get fatigued. By structuring your work around these short bursts, you're preventing burnout and keeping your energy high. Plus, those regular breaks help reset your mind so you can dive back into your work refreshed and ready to go. Another key aspect of maximizing focus is eliminating the distractions around you. This means turning off unnecessary notifications, closing irrelevant browser tabs, and even using apps that block distracting websites. For example, apps like Forest or Focus can help you stay on track by providing a virtual environment that encourages focus. But there's more to focus than just eliminating distractions. It's also about setting the right intentions for your work. Before you sit down to tackle a task, take a moment to ask yourself, what's the one thing I want to accomplish in the next 30 minutes? Having a clear, focused goal for each session helps keep your mind from wandering and ensures that your energy is directed toward a specific outcome. So, in summary, start by using techniques like the Pomodoro method, eliminate distractions, and set clear intentions before you begin. If you do this consistently, you'll find that staying focused becomes much easier and your productivity will soar. But don't just take my word for it. Let's look at a real-life example. Take Elon Musk, for instance. The CEO of Tesla and SpaceX is known for his incredibly intense work ethic and focus. Musk has said that he manages his time down to the minute. He uses time blocking, which we'll talk about in the next section, to ensure that he is laser-focused on specific tasks throughout the day. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I'm not Elon Musk. I don't have that kind of time. And you're right. You don't need to schedule your entire life like Musk, but you can certainly adopt some of his focus strategies to get more done in less time. Let's do a quick exercise. For the next few minutes, think about one task you've been putting off. It could be something small like answering emails or something bigger like working on a long-term project. Now, with that task in mind, ask yourself, how can I break this down into a focused 25-minute burst of work? Write it down. Got it? Great. Now, put your phone on silent, close any irrelevant tabs, and set your timer for 25 minutes. It's time to get to work. Now that we've talked about the importance of focus, let's dive into one of the most powerful ways to ensure you stay productive: effective time management. It's no surprise that time is one of our most valuable resources, yet so many of us feel like there's never enough of it. The truth is, it's not about having more time. It's about using the time you have more wisely. A key technique for managing time effectively is time blocking. This method involves setting specific blocks of time for different tasks throughout the day and sticking to those blocks as much as possible. For example, you might decide that from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., you'll work on a major project. From 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., you'll handle emails, and from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., you'll take a lunch break. At first glance, it may seem a bit rigid, but here's the beauty of time blocking: it eliminates decision fatigue. When you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing at any given moment, you're far less likely to get distracted or waste time wondering, what should I do next? A big mistake many people make is leaving their day open-ended, thinking that they'll just get things done as they come up. But this approach often leads to procrastination or inefficient use of time. When you plan your day in advance, you're giving yourself a clear structure that keeps you on track. But there's a catch: flexibility is key. While time blocking provides a framework, it's important to be realistic about how long tasks will take and adjust your blocks accordingly. If you find that a task is taking longer than expected, you can shift things around and add more time for that task. The goal is not perfection, but rather consistency and focus on the most important activities. One tool that can help you implement time blocking is the Time Blocking app, or even a simple planner. You can plan your day the night before, or if you're more spontaneous, you can do it in the morning. But the most important thing is to set a designated block of time for each task. But time blocking isn't just about scheduling work. It's about scheduling everything. You should also block out time for breaks, meals, and even relaxation. The idea here is to treat each part of your day as an important task that requires your full attention. For instance, if you've been working nonstop for a couple of hours, don't just jump into another task. Schedule a break to recharge and refresh your mind. I know this might sound counterintuitive. After all, isn't work about powering through and being productive every minute? But the reality is, our brains aren't designed to work in constant overdrive. Regular breaks actually increase productivity by preventing mental fatigue and maintaining your focus throughout the day. You can think of your brain as a muscle. Just like how lifting weights for too long without rest can exhaust your muscles, working nonstop without breaks will exhaust your mind. And when your mind is fatigued, your performance drops and your productivity takes a hit. Here's a fun example. The Nike running app tracks your runs and encourages you to take breaks during long runs. In the same way, think of your workday as a marathon, not a sprint. Plan your work periods with breaks in between, and you'll be able to maintain focus and energy levels much longer. Another aspect of time management is learning to say no. It's easy to get caught up in the trap of agreeing to every request or task that comes your way, but the truth is, not every opportunity is worth your time. Learning to say no to distractions and unnecessary obligations frees up more of your time for what truly matters. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have a limited amount of time during the day, and you've already scheduled your work blocks. Someone might approach you with a new task or a last-minute request. If you say yes to everything, your time will quickly become overloaded. But if you learn to prioritize and say no to tasks that aren't aligned with your goals, you'll keep your day focused on what's most important. A good tip for saying no is to have a script ready. You don't have to feel guilty or apologetic when declining requests. You can simply say, I'm currently focusing on X and I don't have time to take on anything else at the moment. You'll be amazed at how freeing it is to protect your time and stick to your priorities. Finally, don't forget to review your day at the end. Take a few minutes at the end of each day to evaluate how well you stuck to your time blocks. Did you manage to stay on track, or did you get off course? What went well, and what could be improved for tomorrow? This review helps you fine-tune your approach to time blocking and make adjustments as necessary. In essence, effective time management is about more than just planning. It's about creating systems that allow you to focus on the right tasks at the right time, while also leaving room for rest and flexibility. When you master time blocking and prioritize wisely, you'll find that not only does your productivity increase, but so does your sense of accomplishment at the end of the day. We've covered focus and time management techniques, but there's one more major element that can take your productivity to the next level: technology. In today's digital world, we have an entire arsenal of tools and apps at our fingertips that can help streamline our work, automate tasks, and keep everything organized. But here's the catch: technology is only as good as the way we use it. If you're overwhelmed by too many apps or distracted by your phone, technology can become a double-edged sword. But used correctly, technology can be your best ally in increasing efficiency and minimizing manual effort. So, let's look at some of the best productivity tools that can help you stay organized, reduce stress, and keep you on top of your goals. First up, task management apps. These tools are perfect for staying organized and ensuring that nothing falls through the cracks. One of the most popular task management apps is Trello. With its simple interface, Trello lets you create boards for different projects, and within each board, you can add cards for individual tasks. These cards can include checklists, deadlines, and even file attachments. Trello's visual approach helps you see the progress of your tasks at a glance. You can also assign tasks to different team members, making it great for collaboration. Plus, the drag and drop functionality means you can easily move tasks around as priorities change throughout the day. If you're someone who likes to visually organize your to-do lists, Trello might be exactly what you need. Another powerful tool is Asana. While it's similar to Trello, Asana offers a bit more flexibility in terms of project structure. With Asana, you can break projects down into sections and tasks, and even assign deadlines to each task. What sets Asana apart is its ability to create timelines so you can see how your tasks fit together and what needs to be done when. For example, if you're working on a big project with multiple moving parts, Asana can help you keep track of everything and avoid confusion. It also integrates with other tools like Google Drive and Slack, which is a great way to centralize all your project-related work in one place. If you're someone who manages multiple tasks or projects at the same time, tools like Trello and Asana can help you keep everything organized and on track. They prevent that feeling of overwhelm that comes when you have too many things to do and not enough time to do them. Next, let's talk about automation software. One of the best ways to maximize your time is by automating repetitive tasks. You can do this through a variety of platforms that help streamline work processes. For instance, Zapier is an automation tool that allows you to connect apps and automate workflows. Let's say you receive a lot of emails and want to keep your inbox organized. With Zapier, you can set up an automation that automatically labels certain emails or moves them into specific folders. Or maybe you manage social media accounts and want to automatically post updates. Zapier can help you set up an automation that posts content on multiple platforms at once, saving you time and effort. Another popular automation tool is Ift, If This Then That, which allows you to set up custom automations between different apps. For example, you could set up an automation where every time you upload a new video to YouTube, it gets automatically shared on your Twitter account. This reduces the time you would otherwise spend manually posting updates. Incorporating automation into your workflow can drastically reduce the time spent on routine tasks, giving you more time to focus on high-priority work. Whether it's automatically backing up files, syncing your calendar, or scheduling social media posts, automation can save you countless hours throughout the week. Now, let's not forget about the power of productivity apps designed specifically for staying focused. One of the most popular apps in this category is Forest. This app helps you stay focused by encouraging you to plant a virtual tree whenever you begin a work session. As long as you stay focused, the tree grows, If you leave the app or get distracted by your phone, the tree dies. The best part about Forest is that it's not just about staying off your phone, it's also about contributing to real-world environmental impact. For every certain amount of virtual trees planted, Forest partners with tree planting organizations to actually plant trees in real life. So, every time you stay focused, you're also helping the planet. Another app to consider is Focus at Will, which offers music tracks scientifically designed to improve focus and productivity. If you're someone who struggles to concentrate, the right kind of background music can make a huge difference. Focus at Will offers different genres of music tailored to different types of tasks, whether you're working on creative projects, analytical work, or even studying. If you're someone who works in an office or has a lot of virtual meetings, consider using a tool like Slack for team communication. Slack allows you to organize conversations into channels, making it easier to find and reference important information. It integrates with tons of other apps like Google Drive, Zoom, and Trello, meaning that you can access everything you need in one place without having to juggle multiple platforms. Finally, let's talk about one of the most powerful tools for productivity in the modern world, your smartphone. Yes, your phone can be a major distraction, but it can also be an amazing productivity tool when used correctly. You can use apps like Todoist, Notion, and Evernote to manage your to-do lists, take notes, and keep track of goals. You can set reminders to stay on top of tasks, sync your calendar to ensure you never miss an appointment, and even use apps like Rescue Time to track how much time you spend on different apps or websites throughout the day. The key is to use your smartphone in a way that enhances productivity, not detracts from it. With the right apps and a disciplined approach, your phone can become one of your most powerful productivity tools. Ultimately, technology is a powerful ally, but only if you use it wisely. By leveraging task managers, automation software, productivity apps, and the power of your smartphone, you can streamline your workflow, stay organized, and focus on what really matters. It's all about using the right tools to maximize your efficiency and help you achieve your goals faster. We've covered focus, time management, and the power of technology to boost productivity, but there's one more crucial piece of the puzzle: your mental and physical well-being. No matter how effective your time management techniques are or how powerful your productivity tools are, if your mind and body aren't in good shape, your performance will inevitably suffer. Think about it: when you're mentally drained or physically exhausted, it becomes much harder to stay focused, manage your time effectively, or stay motivated. In fact, studies show that people who neglect their mental and physical health are more likely to experience burnout, stress, and decreased productivity over time. So, if you really want to maximize your output, taking care of yourself needs to be a priority. Let's start with mental well-being. The first thing to understand is that mental health and productivity are closely linked. When you're stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed, it becomes incredibly difficult to concentrate or perform at your best. That's why it's essential to manage your stress and maintain a clear, positive mindset. One way to reduce stress and boost mental clarity is through mindfulness and meditation. These practices help you train your brain to stay in the present moment, reducing the constant stream of anxious thoughts that can distract you from your work. Even just 5 to 10 minutes of meditation in the morning can set a calm, focused tone for the day ahead. If you've never tried meditation before, don't worry, it's easier than it sounds. You don't need to be an expert. You can simply find a quiet space, sit comfortably, and focus on your breath. When your mind starts to wander, gently bring it back to your breathing. There are also plenty of meditation apps like Headspace and Calm that provide guided sessions to help you get started. Another great technique for boosting mental well-being is journaling. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can help you process emotions and clear your mind. It's a simple habit that doesn't take much time, but it can have a profound impact on your mental health. You can write about what you're grateful for, what challenges you're facing, or even what you're accomplishing throughout the day. Journaling can also be a way to track progress, which brings us to an important point. When you see how much you've accomplished, it boosts your motivation and reduces feelings of stress or overwhelm. As we'll discuss later, tracking progress is a key strategy for staying motivated, and journaling is a great way to do this. Now, let's shift gears and talk about physical well-being. It's no secret that physical health plays a major role in overall productivity. If you're not getting enough sleep, not exercising, or eating poorly, your body will feel sluggish, and your brain won't be able to perform at its best. The first thing to focus on is sleep. It's often one of the most neglected aspects of our well-being, yet it's also one of the most important for maintaining productivity. Sleep is crucial for memory, cognitive function, and emotional regulation, so if you're cutting corners on sleep, your performance will undoubtedly suffer. Experts recommend getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night, and while it might be tempting to sacrifice sleep for work, doing so can actually backfire. When you're sleep-deprived, your ability to concentrate decreases, and you become more prone to making mistakes. On top of that, lack of sleep impairs your decision-making and problem-solving abilities, making it harder to stay on top of tasks. A good tip for improving your sleep is to establish a bedtime routine. Avoid looking at screens for at least an hour before bed, dim the lights in your room, and do something relaxing like reading or listening to soothing music. Creating a consistent sleep routine can help signal to your body that it's time to wind down and get ready for rest. Next up is exercise. Physical activity is not only good for your body, but it also has significant benefits for your mind. Exercise increases blood flow to the brain, which improves cognitive function, memory, and overall mental clarity. Plus, it releases endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that can boost your mood and reduce stress. If you're not already exercising regularly, start small. You don't need to run marathons to experience the benefits. Even a 20-minute walk each day can make a huge difference in how you feel. If you're working from home or at a desk all day, it's also important to get up and move around regularly to avoid feeling stiff or sluggish. Consider using a standing desk or setting a timer to remind you to take short movement breaks. Nutrition also plays a crucial role in how you perform. Eating a balanced diet rich in whole foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins will provide your body with the energy it needs to stay sharp throughout the day. On the other hand, processed foods high in sugar and unhealthy fats can lead to energy crashes and mental fog. To optimize your nutrition for productivity, try to eat smaller, balanced meals throughout the day and avoid heavy meals that can make you feel sluggish. Staying hydrated is also essential. Dehydration can lead to fatigue and difficulty concentrating. So, make sure you're drinking enough water, especially during long work sessions. Another important aspect of well-being is mental breaks. Even if you're focusing intensely for long periods of time, it's crucial to take short breaks to refresh your mind. This can include stretching, taking a walk, or even just sitting in silence for a few minutes. When you take breaks, you give your brain the chance to rest and recharge, which ultimately makes you more productive when you return to your work. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that taking breaks means you're wasting time. On the contrary, breaks are essential for sustaining long-term productivity. Finally, don't forget about social connections. Whether it's spending time with family, friends, or colleagues, socializing and maintaining relationships is important for emotional well-being. Having a strong support system can help you manage stress and stay motivated even during challenging times. In summary, taking care of both your mental and physical health is just as important as mastering productivity techniques. By practicing mindfulness, ensuring adequate sleep, exercising regularly, eating well, and taking mental breaks, you'll set yourself up for long-term success. When your body and mind are in good shape, you'll have the energy and focus needed to tackle any challenge that comes your way. Now that we've covered focus, time management, technology, and well-being, let's talk about setting clear, achievable goals and how tracking your progress can make a huge difference in your productivity. Having clear goals is the foundation of productivity. Without them, you can easily get lost in the day-to-day tasks and feel like you're working hard but not getting anywhere. That's why it's crucial to set goals that are not only clear, but also achievable. One powerful framework to help you set better goals is the SMART criteria. Specific. Be clear about what you want to achieve. Instead of saying, I want to be more productive, say, I want to complete a 5,000-word report by Friday. Measurable. You need a way to track your progress. If your goal isn't measurable, how will you know when you've achieved it? For example, I want to increase my sales by 10% in the next quarter. Achievable, your goals should be realistic. Don't set yourself up for failure by aiming too high. Ask yourself, is this goal possible with the resources I have right now? Relevant. Make sure your goal aligns with your bigger purpose. If you're focused on growing your career, make sure your goals are directly related to that. Time-bound, set a deadline for your goal. Having a specific time frame helps create urgency and prevents procrastination. By using the SMART framework, you can break down large, intimidating goals into smaller, more manageable tasks. For instance, if your goal is to write a book, instead of just saying, I want to write a book someday, break it down into smaller steps, like write 500 words a day for 30 days or complete one chapter each week. The key is to be consistent. Small, daily actions will add up over time, and before you know it, you'll have achieved your larger goal. That's why it's important to track your progress regularly. Tracking progress is a powerful motivator. When you see how much you've accomplished, it can fuel your momentum and keep you going even when things get tough. One simple way to track progress is by using a journal or a project management tool like Trello, Asana, or Notion. Every time you complete a task or hit a milestone, record it. You can also create a habit tracker to see how consistent you are with your daily actions. Another useful technique is to keep a visual progress chart. For example, if you're working on a big project, you could create a chart that shows how many tasks are left versus how many are completed. This visual cue can help keep you motivated and on track. But while it's important to set goals and track progress, you must also be careful not to push yourself too hard. Avoiding burnout is just as crucial to productivity as maintaining focus and time management. Burnout happens when you consistently push yourself beyond your limits without taking the time to rest and recharge. It's easy to get caught in the hustle mindset where you feel like you always need to be working harder, faster, and more efficiently. But eventually, this mindset will catch up with you. When you're burned out, not only does your productivity drop, but your mental and physical health can suffer as well. So, to prevent burnout, it's essential to take regular breaks and ensure you have enough time for relaxation and self-care. One way to avoid burnout is by scheduling downtime into your routine. Just like how you schedule your work blocks, you should also schedule time for rest. Whether it's a 30-minute walk in the afternoon or a weekend trip away from work, make sure you're allowing yourself time to recharge. Another important aspect of avoiding burnout is learning how to say no. If you're constantly taking on more than you can handle, you'll eventually reach a breaking point. Saying no doesn't mean you're being lazy or unproductive. It means you're being smart about how you manage your time and energy. It's also important to recognize the signs of burnout early. If you start feeling irritable, unmotivated, or mentally drained, it's time to take a step back and reevaluate your workload. Remember, productivity is a marathon, not a sprint. Finally, remember that productivity isn't just about working harder. It's about working smarter. By setting clear goals, tracking progress, and making sure to take care of your mental and physical well-being, you'll create a sustainable long-term path to success. In the end, productivity is about balance. It's about staying focused on what matters most, using your time efficiently, and constantly improving. But it's also about knowing when to slow down and take a breath. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. Productivity isn't just about getting more done. It's about creating a life that aligns with your values and brings you closer to your goals. When you balance work and well-being, you'll achieve more with less stress. If you found these tips helpful and want to dive deeper into unlocking your true potential, be sure to check out my previous video, You Are Among the Chosen Ones, Get Ready to Unlock Your True Power, where I explore ways to break free from limiting beliefs and tap into your inner strength. I hope today's video has inspired you to take action and apply these strategies to your own life. If you're ready to take control of your productivity, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below sharing which productivity tip resonated most with you, and don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on all our future videos. Thanks for watching, and remember, you're capable of achieving more than you think. Let's get started today.